Hi everyone, my name is Alex. Today I'm going to be trying the Beauty of Joseon Daily Tinted Fluid Sunscreen. This product retails for $20. Very excited for this new mineral sunscreen launch from Beauty of Joseon. I do want to point out that there is an ingredient in here, I'll post it up on the screen, that has been known with studies to be like a chemical sunscreen booster. Some brands have advertised it as that. There is science to back up that this ingredient acts like a chemical filter, but a lot of brands put it in their mineral formulas to make it more lightweight because mineral formulations are difficult to work with because ultimately they are all white. I also love that Beauty of Joseon has released a pretty good shade range for this tinted sunscreen. Now, I'm not the best either to testify for all of the shades of this product, so definitely follow creators that look like you to get an accurate depiction of how this product will perform on your skin tone, because I can just testify for a very small audience. I know with tinted sunscreens with me, sometimes they're either too warm or I just struggle to find a match. Beauty of Joseon does break down some of the undertones, but I did order this product online and kind of took a shot in the dark, hoping that I got the right shade. I personally got shade LN110. I usually lean on the lighter, the second shade from the bottom, and more neutral undertones, so that is what I opted for. This product is vegan, cruelty-free, fragrance-free, and comes in recyclable packaging. They do use denatured alcohol in this, but that does not mean it's going to be drying. Sometimes brands formulate that with sunscreens to help enhance the formula. It doesn't always mean that it's going to be drying, and so I will just be looking for that though, knowing that going into this formula. They do use zinc oxide as the primary sunscreen filter in this. Check out the full ingredient list. You can click the link in the description to go to their website, or I've also left the full ingredients in the description as well. I've looked over the ingredients and there are just a few that I'm nervous about because I am acne prone. There are just some ingredients that have been known to set off my acne in this product, such as hydrogenated olive oil. That's been hit or miss with me. Just a few ingredients I'm going to be keeping my eyes on with performance because every formulation is different. This claims to be a lighter weight sunscreen. So first off, I want to see if it breaks me out or causes any acne. Second, I want to see what finish it leaves and also how well does this product reapply. I also know sometimes with tinted sunscreens, it's hard to apply the recommended amount because they can be a little bit heavier. Sometimes I just prefer to go in with a tinted sunscreen at the end of my skincare routine as almost like an extra benefit of sunscreen with a skin tint, but I also want to see what coverage this product gives to the skin. On top of that, I'm going to see how well it performs. As for anything else, I'm continuing to check in, so I will see you all in the next check-in. I'm here to give you all a quick check-in and also my first impression with this sunscreen. First of all, look at this annoying breakouts that I'm dealing with right now. Another product that I tried out broke me out before I started using this product, but I felt like it kind of gave me the perfect opportunity to test how full coverage this is. When I see tinted sunscreens, it makes me a little bit nervous because sometimes they can be a little bit too heavy to adequately reapply with or to apply the necessary amount. That's why I usually recommend starting off with a base layer of sunscreen and then moving to a tinted sunscreen almost as an extra layer of protection, and I'm not sure how this will feel. Also, be sure you're careful when mixing sunscreen filters. There are some that don't mix, but this does have zinc oxide in it along with the chemical booster that is in this product, but I haven't even felt it yet. This kind of giving drops with how it just came out. I'm assuming, wow. Okay, shade match though. Shade match, kind of perfect. Wow, okay. It's actually quite moisturizing feeling. I didn't expect this because it has denatured alcohol in it. Sometimes with those sorts of formulas, it can make the sunscreen a little bit more matte. But this, it's like a soft matte finish because it gives a little bit of a glow, but it's definitely not overly dewy. Coming out on the skin, it is like fluid. I am applying a 1/4 teaspoon is the recommended amount of sunscreen. I also have some facial hair, so we will really be testing this out. It smells like a typical sunscreen. Doesn't smell too crazy. Okay, this match is maybe a little bit light on my face, but I'm hoping once I start blending it in, I mean, I can't speak for the shade range of this, but I definitely think I got a pretty good match. And look at how it kind of The zit is still there, obviously, but it did kind of conceal that. That just kind of tells me this is pretty good coverage, honestly. It does give a nice radiant finish. It is something that I feel like may calm down more after letting sit, because it doesn't feel heavy at all. It doesn't feel like a mineral sunscreen, which is really impressive. It kind of gives a perfected look, I can't lie. I think I said this before, but I got shade LN110. It's seeming like a pretty good match so far. So I'll see it in person, I'll see how it wears. No stinging, no sensitivity. It feels very moisturizing, but almost not even there. Like I can definitely tell it's on my skin, but it just feels nice and light. Kind of feels like the Summer Friday Sun Drops, but with a higher level of SPF concentration and obviously a tint to it. Feels really nice, looks really nice. I mean, it wasn't enough to conceal that really bad breakout, but it definitely was enough to make it look less. I mean, that's all you can really ask for with the sunscreen. This may actually be one of the first tinted sunscreens that I feel like I could reapply with. Only time will tell with that. I'll see how it wears, how it continues to perform, and then I'll check in again. I'm back to give you all my final thoughts on this product. The biggest thing that I saw with it that I was looking for was this product didn't cause any acne, which was a big deal for me because I was a little bit worried about it with some of the ingredients and with olive oil being in this formula. I did notice that it seemed to be lower on the ingredient list, and a lot of times I've noticed it to not cause acne when that is the case, but everyone's acne is different, so just be mindful of the ingredients of this product before purchasing it. I enjoyed this as a mineral formulation with some chemical boosters in it. It is a fairly lightweight sunscreen, and honestly, for a tinted sunscreen, reapplied very well as I needed to reapply throughout the day. I did try this in the winter, so I'm not reapplying with sunscreen as much, just as necessary. I would definitely like to revisit this product in the summer to see how it wears when it is a little bit more warm out and my skin is a little bit more oily. But at the moment, it didn't leave a heavy, greasy finish. Definitely a little bit more moisturizing at first, but the sunscreen dried down really nice. I also noticed that some sunscreen formulations with alcohol in them, especially with zinc oxide, one thing to be mindful with, and something I noticed with this formula, is sometimes throughout the day it can become just a little bit patchy. I will say I've tried worse sunscreens with this. It was definitely very minimal, but just make sure you are careful and blend this product out pretty quickly, because I did notice specifically around my under eye area and just in certain parts of my face, it would become just a little bit patchy, and so that is something to be mindful of with this product. It was something I only noticed a couple of times, but it was when I didn't evenly blend this product out, and so that is my biggest recommendation. Just evenly blend this product out as quick as possible after applying, because sometimes it can appear just a little bit patchy. That wasn't a huge issue though once I did fully blend it and I was careful and mindful of it. I do feel like I was able to apply enough of this product to get full coverage of a sunscreen, because it was a little bit more lightweight. Definitely not foundation finish, but it was more on the medium to buildable coverage side of things, so just keep that in mind before purchasing. Not causing acne with me is not a universal experience, but I do love that it worked for my acne prone skin, because that was the biggest thing I was looking for with it. And also I really liked this product's finish. I love that it was a little bit more moisturizing at first, but dried down to this really nice skin-like finish. I would define it as a very balanced sunscreen. Definitely not mattifying. I thought it was gonna be mattifying, but it was pretty balanced. It still gave life to the skin, and I love this product overall. I felt like it was a great tinted sunscreen and one of my favorites. You are getting an SPF 40 level protection. I feel like it was was very effective. Only thing I cannot testify for is the shade range and how well they did with it. For me personally, my shade blended perfectly. It wasn't too warm, wasn't too cool. It was the perfect balanced sunscreen tint, which is rare for me because I feel like a lot of times with tinted sunscreens, they can either come across too warm, too cool. It's been hard for me with some tinted sunscreens to find a balanced shade, and I really enjoyed that. I can't speak to every shade range. I am glad they did release multiple shades of a tinted mineral sunscreen, which is the perfect time for them. I would 100% recommend trying this product out. Be mindful of it being just a little bit patchy. I did also notice that when I let my moisturizer sink in, it did help that as well, but my biggest tip is just to blend as evenly as possible as soon as possible. There were some times where I would just miss spots, and that's happened with tinted sunscreens before. I noticed that zinc oxide formulas and also some sunscreen formulas with alcohol in them have been known to do that. So just be mindful. It's not something that deterred me from liking this product. In my opinion, it is a pretty good value. I found it to be a very beautiful formula, and I really enjoyed my experience with it. So I would 100% recommend trying it. If you are sensitive to chemical filters, just be mindful of the boosters that are in this product. Like I said, technically on paper it is a mineral formula, but they have some boosters in here that can act as a chemical formula. So if you are sensitive to those, then definitely be mindful. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more like this, make sure you subscribe because I post new videos every week, and I will see you all in the next review.